Here I want to help you with the transition questions on the review number 11, number 12, number 13, and number 14. Of course, we want our little compass rose here to tell us how to move f of x either up, down, left, or right. If I'm moving up, then I have an addition on the outside. If I'm moving down, I have an subtraction on the outside. Going left and right, I do my subtraction and my addition on the inside. So for this first question, number 11, we need to think about what happens when I translate up 5 units. Well, naturally, I'm going to use the up option here. So I'm going to take my f of x equals 2 to the x. And I'm going to say, well, I have f of x, and I'm going to add my transition of 5 units. Then I'm going to do the same thing to my equation on this side, 2 to the x. I'm going to also add 5 units. This right here is number 11 fully completed. Number 12 takes a little harder stance. We're going to move up and right. So now to move up, I'm going to take my f of x and my 3 to the x. So I'm going to take f of x equals 3 to the x. To move up, I'm going to add to my f of x. I'm going to take f of x plus, let's see, 5 units. And that'll be 3 to the x plus 5 units. So now we've gone up 5 units. We can go ahead and scratch that out. And now I need to go right 3 units. To go right, I have to subtract on the inside. I have to follow the directions here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the inside and the inside. So I'm going to take f of x minus 3. Still, I have to have my up transformation, so I keep my plus 5 equals, and then I have 3 to the x. Well, like I did to the x over here, I'm going to have to subtract 3, and then I'm going to have to add my transition up. Number 13 and number 14 are the reverse of this. First, they give us our function, and then they show us how we changed it. So, since my change happened to the x up here, I know that I'm doing one of these. I'm either going left if I'm adding, or right if I'm subtracting. And since I'm subtracting 10, my answer would be I move right 10 units. And over here, I have my 7 to the x. Well, what happens to that 7 to the x? I add on the outside, so that's the same as right here when I'm moving up. So that's going to be up 7 units. This is fairly straightforward.